Hello and Assalamualaikum. We are going to proceed with chapter 2. So hopefully you already understand chapter 1. Basically chapter 1 is is like an outline for all other chapters in human resource management, right? So for chapter 2, the topic is recruitment and selection. So before I go further, usually when I'm in a class, biasanya bila I dalam kelas, I akan tanya. I tak start dengan slide dulu, I tak start dengan lecture. I akan tanya student, what do we actually understand about recruitment? Recruitment in Malay is ambil pekerja lah, recruiting, alright? Selection is pilih pekerja. So you remember that I have told you before, in this class, human resource management, you have to think yourself as the human resource manager or human resource personnel, a person who actually work in human resource department, right? So your job is the first job of a human resource manager. Manager lah senang, right? So you are going to recruit and you are going to select your workforce or your staff, right? Itu first thing first. This is the main ataupun the most important part of human resource management in a company. Okay, so this is the course objective. This one you can read on your own. It's important, however, because when I do the teaching video, I'm not going to, it's not wasting time, but I'm going to focus on the content, right? Okay, so supposed to be there are video here. Since I'm doing the video, so it's not going to work. Okay, so for the recruitment and selection, we have definition for both. Recruitment, what is the definition for recruitment and selection? So for recruitment, is basically is a process to find and attract suitable applicant. Applicant orang yang nak apply for the job. For the employees open position. So there's a job opening in your company. So you are going to start recruit some applicant or some people who are actually going to be one of your worker. Okay, right. What about selection? Selection is when you select, choose the most suitable person or the most suitable applicants among the one that applied. Using what? Usually we are going to use interview or not. So ada process there that we are going to discuss in this chapter as well. So you are going to choose the most suitable applicant, fill an available job opening. Alright, so basically if you does not memorize words by words or bits by bits, you can actually understand what does it mean by recruitment and selection, and you can use your own words, right? You are going to use your own words to explain. It's best you have to memorize first, and then after that you explain, right? Don't just use your own words, because sometimes there are some words that there is compulsory for you to have in definition. And student usually dia akan guna perkataan sendiri, which is I have to slash a little bit of marks because the word that I'm looking for is not there. Got it? So bila you nak gunakan perkataan sendiri, bila you nak kena hafal satu-satu. Definition usually you have to memorize. Explanation you can use your own words. You are going to explain back what the definition is. Okay, so next slide. So for this slide, okay, I just want to remind you, usually kalau soalan dulu-dulu lah before PKP, soalan untuk kita akan ada soalan long essay for 10 marks. So basically how you are going to like macam you nak tahu, okay, soalan ni boleh jadi 10 markah tak? If let's say the question they have like 5 or 4 points, so this is 10 marks question, right? But for PKP, the format is a little bit different. So usually it will be easier. Cumanya, I nak cerita kat you, usually final exam, soalan yang akan keluar is like soalan yang ada a few points like this question. Got it? Right. So, potential cause of a bad recruitment or decision or hiring. Okay, you as a human resource manager, you already hired the person, and suddenly you realize that you are making a bad decision. It's not a good worker. So what are the costs that you need to bear? Faham ke? You pilih orang yang salah. Bila you dah pilih orang yang salah, ada cost. Cost in Malay, cost lah. Cost yang you kena tanggung. Sebab because of the bad choice that you have made. The first cost will be cost of mistake. That particular worker that you have chose before, because he's not competent, he's not good at all, so he will make mistakes. Mistakes will lead to cost. Mistake will lead to accident, loss of customer. So bila loss of customer, ini kita kira sebagai cost. Kita kira sebagai you terpaksa keluarkan duit untuk settlekan problem. If there is accident, company have to put some amount of money to pay your worker because of the accident. But accident happen because of this particular bad person yang tak tahu buat kerja. Got it? Alright. Cost of lowered moral. Moral here ni semangat ya. Dia punya semangat nak bekerja amongst the employee, supervisor and his or her co-worker. Okay. Let's say you have a friend in your group job ataupun group assignment. This friend is no good at all. Dia tak buat kerja. You kena cover dia punya kerja. So what happen is, because of that, you will feel like low motivation or you akan rasa down. Okay. So basically, it also happens to worker and that particular person who are bad worker, he is going to make people frustrated. Akan rasa frustrated and it will lead to stress. So ini kita panggil cost of lower moral. Cost doesn't mean that is in term of monetary. Monetary means duit sahaja. That cost ni maksudnya benda yang you terpaksa hadap because of you dah hired somebody who are not competent enough. Okay. So next is cost of defending a claim of dismissal without just cause or excuse. Okay. So sekarang ni, let's say that bad worker, you are going to terminate that bad worker and he's not satisfied or he feels that dia rasa macam dia dikhianati lah. So he will claim, he will actually buat tuntutan. Tuntutan apa? Dismissal without cause, just cause or excuse. Dipecat secara tiada apa-apa alasan lah. Itu dia yang claim. Claim tu maksud dia buat tuntutan. Then you have to go to the court. You tu siapa? Human resource manager lah ataupun company representative. You need to fight in court and it will lead to cost. Got it? Right. Cost of recruiting replacement. Okay. You need to recruit a new worker because this person you have already terminated. Why you terminate him? He's a bad worker. How you just hired him like 2 months ago and then suddenly you have to hire another person. So there will be cost of recruiting replacement. Replacement ni gantilah kan. So you kena buat advertisement balik. You need to do an interview. So interview incurred cost. Okay. Cost of training. Yeah. After you get a new worker that replace the bad worker tadi, you need to train him or her. So you need to keluarkan cost untuk training, accommodation, food beverage, whatsoever. So again, it will incur cost. So make sure as a human resource manager, these are the costs that you need to bear if you make a bad decision. So you need to avoid from making this mistake. Okay, so these are recruitment and selection process. We have 7 process. Usually before this is one of the question that very popular. Kalau untuk chapter 2, antara soalan popular, kalau tak keluar recruitment selection process, dia akan keluar yang tadilah bad hiring. Itu selalunya. I tak kata dia keluar semasa ni. You jangan ingat I kata macam tu pula. What I'm giving you is that the trend of question that usually being asked in final exam. Okay? Alright. So each and every process I'm going to discuss further. Step 1. Make decision to recruit. Okay, first thing first, as a human resource manager, you need to make decision nak recruit ke tak. Okay, how you are going to make decision? You have to consider this factor. The first factor, are there any other alternative rather than to hire new employees? You tanya diri you. Nak hire orang ke tidak? Ada ke tak alternatif lain kalau tak nak hire orang? You get what I mean? Okay. So, first, if you don't want to hire a new worker, you can do is outsourcing. Outsourcing is basically you tak hired worker. Let's say you have a manufacturing, you have an operation punya department. You are going to do the manufacturing part. However, you need chip. Chip tu you tak cukup orang nak buat chip tu. So instead of you hire worker, you will outsource this task, this task only yang buat chip saja to another company, and you are going to pay them. Reason why you choose this one, sometimes outsourcing is cheaper rather than you hire new worker. New worker you have to pay monthly. Kalau yang chip tadi, mungkin masa tu je you perlukan, sebanyak tu je you perlukan. So you only pay mungkin sekali manufacture, sekali saja. It's not monthly. Got it? So you kena fikir mana satu lebih untung. Right. Second one, if you don't want to hire new worker, you can actually ask the existing employee to do the job. However, this one is agak kesian lah dekat worker. But in private sector, yes, they do so. Have you ever heard of private sector? Sebelum ni, when economic down, bila ada masalah, they are going to terminate their worker, and the existing worker, the remaining worker yang ada dalam company, they need to cover their friends that have been terminated. So like for example, one particular worker need to do 3 kind of job. It's happened in private sector especially. In private sector, yes, but now government sector, they are try to follow what private sector do. Okay, alright. Next is, you don't want to hire worker, right? So you are going to use automated work. Automated machine lah. Like for example, toll. Tahu toll? Dah tak ada toll girl ya. So they use automated work. So then the toll, they don't have to hire any toll girl or toll boy. Toll boy, ada toll boy. Right, that's the thing. Okay, alright. So overtime, another way, if you don't want to hire new worker, you can offer overtime to your existing worker. So what you can do is, like for example, office hour is 8 to 5 p.m. So after that, if you will give instruction, okay, we have to do overtime. For 1 hour, I'm going to pay you 20 ringgit, for example lah. So for 5 hour overtime, you are going the worker is they are going to get 100. Okay, so instead of you hired a new worker, you just ask your worker to do overtime. Most probably this one is being used when you have like lots of demands on that particular month or year. Dia tak guna selalu, dia guna waktu yang demand tinggi. Got it? Boleh ya? Okay, I know that most of you most probably don't have your textbook. All of these untuk step ni semua ada dalam you punya textbook. However, if you need some explanation, further explanation, you can use my explanation. But sometimes, if you don't, mungkin you rasa you nak yang bertulis, right? So this is where you have to at least put an effort. You need to search online. You need to search each and every like perkara or apa pun ini points here. Got it? Boleh ya, kena buat kerja lebih sikit lah. But because of ODL, you are actually learning on your own. So you don't have to worry, you are not going to pass, you are not going to get A. But basically kalau you search, it will be there, ada. Kalau you boleh find e-books, you boleh find your senior books, and then it will be better. Alright, so second step will be job analysis. So we have to define the job analysis first. It is a technique of studying a job to identify the skills, knowledge, experience, and other requirements necessary to perform the job. Okay, job analysis, analisa kerja in Malay. You as a human resource manager, before you advertise your job, you kena kenal kerja you tu. Kerja apa yang you nak advertise. Take for example, clerk. Kerja apa yang dibuat? Buat surat, typing, apa-apa je lah. Right. What about pensyarah? Our main job is actually teaching. But Teaching is the main job. What you or people out there, they don't know. We have like 7 other criteria. Like research, you need to do a community service. You have to be a committee in activity. You need to do a conference. You need to send your paper. You need to do a journal. That's the thing. And not my student lah. My friend's student said that I have actually read the final paper of a student where they stated that they want to become a lecturer because it is an easy job. So, mungkin dalam perspektif student, dia rasa pensyarah ni kerja senang, mengajar je. Kalau you rasa you nak jadi pensyarah and you have this mindset, you kena change your mindset. If not, you are going to burn out. Burn out is basically HR term for you akan stress. Okay, because you expect like this, macam bunga-bunga, you rasa macam bintang-bintang bunga-bunga, macam happily ever after, but it's not. So, I'm happy to become a lecturer because my passion is to teach and to share my knowledge. But, dia bukanlah semuanya indah lah, right? Stress is everywhere. Basically, there's no job which is easy. Okay, so kita akan identify apa perkara-perkara or what are the things that a person should do in their job. Okay, so job dia bagi dua ya. Dia ada job description. So we are going to discuss about job description first. In job analysis dia ada dua. Job description are fundamental document, valuable variety of HR function. In job description, these are the things included in this job description. First, you need to have job title, location and grading. Grading tu bukan CGPA you. Grade tu, like for example, kalau cikgu dia ada DG. DG 41, DG 45, right? That's the grade. In government sector, we have grade. The grade akan tunjukkan the level of seniority as well as the level of income that you will get. Okay, brief explanation on the purpose of the job. What are the purpose of the job? A clerk assist executive to do the job. Contoh, list of duties and responsibility. What are your duties? Macam tadilah, if you are clerk, typing, send letters, type letters, whatever, etc. Okay, terms and condition of employment. In your job description, there will be terms and conditions stated there. How many months, how many you are going to be paid, how much in a month, probationary period. Probationary period maksudnya tempoh probation. Oh my god, apa yang dalam bahasa Melayu? Probation, percubaan. Right, usually 3 months. Okay, alright. So another type, these not types. Inside job analysis, there are jobs description and job specification, right? So this one is job specification. So in job specification ada apa? Job specification, you boleh tengoklah dia punya definition. Types of person who fits the job. What kind of person who fits the job? Like when you want to, as a human resource manager, katalah you bekerja dalam you adalah government servant who works in police department. You are going to find police lah kan, police officer. So what kind of police officer that, what kind of person that fit the police officer punya criteria? Of course kena tinggi, there must be some certain of weight, berat. Kena apa lagi? Mungkin tak boleh, I don't know I'm manager. Mungkin tak boleh rabun. What I understand is if you want to become pilot, you tak boleh rabun. Okay, so all these criteria. So these we call it as job specification. So there are differences between specification dengan description. If a question asks you about this, jangan tertukar. Got it? Alright. So typical information include knowledge, skills and abilities. Knowledge, skill, abilities ni usually the one that you get from your education in university or college, whatnot. Okay, CGPA you lah. Skills and ability like when you put Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, ability is like you can actually do a public speaking, the sijil, the certificate that you get in your university. Educational qualification. Oh, education is your CGPA. Knowledge ke atas tu is like your, other than your CGPA, what are other knowledge that you have? Like for example, you boleh buat, you are a very considered person. You dalam resume, you tahu tak, you akan tulis apa you punya kelebihan. Itu. Work experience, if you have one, then you are going to put your work experience. So basically it's like when you are going to write your resume, you have to put all these criteria. Physical requirement, this is what I'm talking about. If you want to become a policeman, if you want to become a firefighter, what else? Usually a uniform lah. They have a specific requirement, physical. Personality requirement, this one like when you are hiring stewardess, when you are hiring apa tu dipanggil promoter, promoter dia kena ada certain image, or dia at least dia kena ada personality, a very good personality, kena senyum semua tu. Okay, alright, so career path pun kena ada juga. Career path means this job that they are getting, the applicant, they are trying to apply. What is the career path? Means dia akan, lepas dia jadi kerani, ada tak peluang untuk dia get promoted? Itu career path. Dan dia akan jadi apa? Mungkin kerani ada grade N17 and then N21 and apa-apa. Itu career path. Kenapa perlu ada benda ni? Okay. You need to imagine you are human resource manager. Currently, you are going to do an advertisement about the job in newspaper. Usually newspaper, or not right now, we are online, right? So you need to put all these to attract the applicant to come and apply for the job. Got it? Okay. So, alright. So later on, I'm going to stop at step 3 because the video, it will be too long. So I'm afraid that it will take lots of time to upload. So I will stop at step 3 and I'm going to do another video starting from step 4. Okay. Right. Step 3, source of applicant. How you are going to get your applicant? Right. So this is where there are types of internal and external. It is pecahkan pada dua, which is internal recruitment, pengambilan pekerja secara dalaman, and external recruitment. So for internal recruitment pun dah banyak. There are like, kita akan tengok kat bawah nanti. The first one is promotion from within and transfer of existing staff. Promotion is naik pangkat. From within means you promote your own worker. Transfer means, like for example, you promote the person to higher grade or higher level, you transfer them from Kedah to KL. Got it? Alright. So here dalam promotion from within, dia ada apa? Employment record. You actually can refer, you can human resource manager, you can refer to employment record. You boleh tengok online. You boleh tengok in your database. Got it? So you akan tengok siapa yang bagus, siapa yang tak, and get them promoted. No induction needed. Betul? Because there are existing employee. You don't have to do an induction. Induction, induksi. Pengenalan lah. Employees' moral and motivation may be increased. Because you encourage people to do the job. You encourage people to become a very good worker. So that they will get the opportunity to be promoted. Okay, the second one, employee audit or inventory. Okay, you just audit, you cuba hilangkan perkataan audit tu. Employee inventory. Inventory maksudnya macam stock. Inventory tau. Macam you ada stock barang dalam store. So here, the inventory means human resource. Human, worker. Itu inventory. So, you akan cari daripada sistem HRIS. So, you akan check through employees file to identify any potential suitable people. So, you akan check daripada sini. Ada tak orang-orang yang you rasa potential to be promoted? Next is job posting and bidding. Okay, job posting, when you post the you post dia punya advertisement of promotion, advertisement untuk naikkan pangkat dekat bulletin board ataupun email or inside your company. We are not going to talk about outside. You nak orang dalam untuk apply. And bidding. Bidding means bid sebenarnya tawar menawar. Kalau you pernah tengok cerita kan, dia tawar berapa harga, sold macam tu. By here, bidding here, dia akan post siapa yang nak kenaikan pangkat, apply, and then they are going to do bidding between them. Bidding tu means ahli mesyuarat tu akan tengok which one is the best one, and they are going to decide who are going to be promoted based on that. Ada application form, ada interview and whatnot. Okay, so dia ni lah yang first dia kata dia tak notice. Banyaklah notice you can put in. You boleh letak online, you boleh letak email, you boleh letak bulletin board, whatnot. Okay, outlining specification mentioning who should be contacted by those interested in applying. Dia akan letaklah maklumat kat situ. Those who are interested, please contact this person, blah 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 and whatnot. Third, interest employee apply, recommendation from superior, ya. Supervisor will give some recommendation. So dia akan tulis dekat situ lah bagus ke tidak, whatnot. Inilah yang akan membuatkan orang whether to choose this person or not. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to continue this one in next slide. Alright, so I'm going to stop here first.